Yeah. So, here we are in, it's not really a studio, the corner of my apartment. That's what we'll call it. My little fishing corner. So, coming up here real soon, about the time I get this video uploaded, it will probably be close to, I don't know, 12 hours before the Minnesota fishing opener. So, it's always a big deal. Fishing is part of life in Minnesota. It's pretty awesome. I personally don't partake in the opener that much. This weekend I'm not. Kind of getting things ready for my daughter coming home. I'll be flying down to see her and bring her back with me. So, but this video here, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I've done a few videos from the fishing corner before. But I was sitting around it and I got thinking about stuff to get ready for fishing when she gets here. And I got some reels. I'm running some new bait casters this year. You're running this here. Daiwa Tatula. It's still wrapped up. That's how prepared I am. This is the Type R100H. Listen to that sound. I'll tell you what, over the years, using bait casters, I started out with round reels. Get that noisy thing out of here. I started out with round reels. You know, your Abu Garcia 5500 C3s. That was a popular one. And then along came like what they considered back then low profile reels, but they really weren't. Compared to the round reels, they were. But they still had the same type of height on them. And I got really into like Quantum 1310 MGs, the Quantum Rippin', Pitchin', and Flippin' series. They're kind of a semi-round, not so much low profile, but that's what we had back then, and I really liked them. And then a few years ago, quite a few years ago, I was lucky enough to get my hands on Abu Garcia Revo inshore. And that was my first introduction to the new style of low profile reels. And at first I was a little shocked, but I've gotten used to it. I don't know if I could ever go back to a round reel again or anything bigger, but these dudes just seem to be getting tinier and tinier every year. Yeah, look at that sucker. Although I got a pretty good sized hand, but still, you know, it kind of freaked me out how small they were. This reel is extremely light. 6:3 to 1 gear ratio. Let me double check the box. Let me see the stats on this bad boy. Yes, 6:3 to 1. Really nice reel. The other thing that I have a hard time with is gear ratios. Everything seems to be faster and faster, which is geared towards tournament angling. Guy can apply that on the weekends like I do too, but it's really hard to come by, or it's getting harder to find low gear ratioed reels. Everything like this style reel here are pretty fast. 6:3 to 1's a clipper. I did find one. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, here's the ye old Daiwa Tatula. Never fished a Daiwa Tatula. Now I have Tatula spinning reels, but this is my first Daiwa Tatula bait caster. Feels really good in the hand. I'm really looking forward. Whoa. Free spool is just awesome. So 6:3 to 1. This reel right here will be primarily spinner baits. Probably do a little bit of pitching with it. I'll run for spinner baits and stuff. I'll run like a 12-pound, 15-pound fluorocarbon, maybe braid. I don't know. One thing I wish that we could do is quick spool change. Be great to have some extra spools spooled up with braid, but I'll probably run 12 15-pound fluorocarbon on here. Again, spinner baits, you know, Texas rig plastics, maybe small pitch and jigs, chatter baits, that kind of stuff. That's what I'll run with this 6:3 to 1 Tatula. Now, like I mentioned before, my introduction to bait casting has been Abu Garcia. I still love Abu Garcia. Not a sponsor. It's just they've been around for so long, but I found these, the Revo X series. Now what's cool about these is one, they're Abu Garcia, two, low profile, three, This to me is killer. These reels are $100. They look cool. They're small. I like the finish on them. It's a nice matte black. The lighting in here isn't very good, but it's a nice matte black. Black spool. It's blacked out. This is like freaking Batman, dude. Again, look at the size of this dude. Pretty small. Pretty small little reel. Nice big paddles on this one. Now this one here is 5-4-1. This is the Abu Garcia Revo X winch. Now, you're probably thinking, wow, geez, 5-4-1, that seems kind of slow. It is. This reel here, I'm going to use for frogs, because I like to fish frogs slow. And I will use this to throw crankbaits. That 5-4-1 gear ratio being that slow, it's going to give that crankbait some time to get down deep. That's what I'm used to. Maybe that's the new high-speed stuff, gets them down faster. But I also think that it cruises them through the strike zone faster. So when I'm crankbait fishing, I like to fish a little bit slower. So 5-4-1 frogs, crankbaits. Line that I'll put on here, be braid. You know, probably like a 40-pound braid for frogs. I don't need anything any bigger than that. 40-pound braid, probably be like a 10 or 15-pound mono equivalent. And when I'm gonna, being that I can't switch out spools real quick, what I'll do is if I'm gonna run, say I'm gonna switch from frogs to crankbaits on this, and I don't have like more, I'll get more of these. But for this season right now, 3 bait casters, got to get 3 rods. We're just gonna have to go with what I know here. And so say I'm fishing frogs, I decide, all right, frogs aren't going, I'm gonna throw some crankbaits around. What I'll do is I'll just tie a fluorocarbon leader on there, you know, like a 5-foot fluorocarbon leader, and I'll just I'll blood knot that or uni knot that together on the main line, and I'll just pitch that. That'll work. Yeah, so Revo X 5-4-1, that's one of them. The next one, the third and final one, is another Revo X. But this one, if I do remember correctly, this is one of those ultra fast dudes. 7-3-1. Now, it looks exactly the same. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of those little wind grips on there so that I know. Like a red one will be slow, blue, and I'll just leave the other one naked, or I'll put blue on there or whatever. Looks just the same. It's just right here in the drivetrain. Got different gear ratio. Like I said, I've never fished these reels. They seem really smooth. I'm excited for a $100 price point. I don't know. I read a lot of reviews. They seem to be good. I'll get back to you on that. But so 7-3-1. What am I going to fish with this? Well, this here I'm going to use for my top waters, buzz baits, frogs. Although I could, but more like buzz baits. I'll probably throw a spinnerbait on here, a chatterbait on here, depending on the mood of the fish. I could switch it up, and maybe some flipping. I don't know. It's gonna have heavy line on here. This one here, I might run 15-pound mono on. Not real sure yet. If I'm gonna be doing any pitching in heavy cover, it'd be nice to have braid. So I haven't really completely mapped out my monofill situation on these 3 bait casters. My main concern is getting the right rods for them, and those are on their way. These guys, building them as we, well, not as we speak, so I'm not there right now, but we're gonna get them built up here real soon. So yeah, 7-3-1, and the Revo X. So pretty excited about that. Spinning gear, same as last year. I got 2 Revo X spinning reels, both size 10s, and I have a 1000 size Daiwa Tatula spinning reel. So I've kind of matched my spinning and my casting. This Tatula Type R I've heard is bulletproof. The reviews I read on the Revo X also bulletproof. So I'm excited to get these out on the water. The new Tatula is matte black, and it's got this cool like gloss spider on the side of it, like right up in here. Swallowed wrong. Damn. That looks pretty cool, but I bought the last Type R that Destination Sporting Goods had, so I'm pretty excited about it. Yeah, the theme this year is going to be doing some a lot of bass fishing. I'm going to be heading to Mille Lacs, not this weekend because it's opener. I have an opportunity to hop in a boat somewhere this weekend with a buddy, so we'll see what happens there. But the weekend after this weekend, I'll be heading to Mille Lacs in search of some Minnesota Master anglers. I've got one so far. Mille Lacs is going to give me an opportunity. It's not a guarantee, but it's an opportunity for a smallmouth, which I need 21 inches, and walleye, which I need 26 inch. Both are doable on that lake. I'm not going to say it's easy, because fishing can be easy and it cannot be easy. More times than often, it's not easy. But doing this master angler thing just adds a little bit more to the angling experience for me, and I really enjoy it. My goal is to get 10 master anglers in the calendar year, so by December 31st, and you need 5 in a calendar year to get a grandmaster. So if I got 10, that means it's doubled up. It'd be kind of cool. Just a little goal that I set for myself, that I'd like to achieve for myself. Just something fun. So I think I can do it. It's just going to take some time and a lot of fishing. So I don't know. That's about it. I just felt compelled to sit down in front of the camera and make this little video about some reels. I'll get back to you later on this summer about the reels. Let's see, what else do I got coming up? I'm still in the works for a podcast. It's coming. It is coming. Be patient. I'm having a computer worked on right now. I've been talking to a good friend of mine who is going to help me out, and I'll announce that stuff later. But I cannot wait to get the mics up and rolling again and start just talking on the microphone instead of staring into this camera. The podcast, I'll probably have little tidbits of it on my YouTube channel here, but more than likely, most of it all is going to be on YouTube, iTunes, and Google Play, and then I'll branch out from there. But just those two in particular, just to start, kind of learn that stuff for myself a little bit more than what I already know. So patience is key on that one. What else does Minnesota Chomp have coming for him? Let's see here. Shirts. Like, this is an old shirt, but I'm gonna have some more shirts made up. I'm gonna go with the navy, bright green, and white again. And if you're interested in that, drop a comment. I just want to see if there's any interest in that. I know some people have reached out to me. I get small batches made at a time, but it would be pretty cool to do a great big batch, so that would be fun. But that's a long ways out. So until then, happy fishing opener, and good luck. Be safe. Go easy on the minnows. I would suggest, if you're gonna be fishing up here in northern Minnesota, jigging a minnow, just pitching, man. It's gonna be a shallow water bite. Water's still cold. Pan fishing right now, they're not in the shallows. Our evenings have been no warmer than 31 degrees at night, so it's keeping that water kind of cool. So there's a little tip for you. Definitely the walleyes will be shallow, jigging a minnow, and have fun. All right, until the next one, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and if you haven't, you can do that because I'm going to be putting out more stuff. So yeah, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, please do. Spread the word, hit the notification button, all that good jazz, and be kind to each other, and keep the boat float. Be nice to nursing beavers. They're our friends. All right, see you later. Bye.